triple top lane bans. Fiora is up and blindable. They take the Poppy over Zeri. Now, sometimes we have had teams giving up the Zeri and thinking, oh, we'll be fine. We'll just draft, you know, point and click like Vi and Nautilus and Lissandra and all these things that are gonna like point and click it. But that's still in actual gameplay, you know, in reality, you're using then your whole team comp on like one champion and has not been quite so effective. As you said, Zeri still dominating, getting all those wins.
Yes.
Now, Taliyah, though, has risen to the very top of the tier list. CLG, funnily enough, had a really early priority on Taliyah, but now with the buffs on 12-13, very, very strong in lane as well as in jungle. The Boulder can stun the monsters as well as the Rock's doing more damage now, so they get the Taliyah and the Zeri.
Yep.
Huge picks here for Cloud9. Meanwhile, the Rat plus Lulu picked up on the bottom side. Doesn't have as cool of a name as Tom and Jerry or Rat and the Cat, but is fairly effective and a similar strategy here where you scale into a super buffed Twitch with attack speed steroid.
Yep. I will say, though, on the Taliyah point here, the only Taliyah jungle we have seen on this patch in top regions was the game yesterday. It's all been Taliyah mid worldwide.
But it is definitely a flex space.
It is
the key.
It is possible to play there. I'm just saying that most teams just have been putting it mid in recent history. Both are, of course, playable. I'm going to assume it's a mid laner until we get seen otherwise.
The reason I think it is an important topic to bring up as a jungle is because Blaber has used it in the past to dominate lower level LCS teams. Specifically the lower level LCS teams, because you can invade very heavily with this champion, and he does just that. So always keep that in your mind here for Blaber. Meanwhile, they take the Nautilus on their side with the Zeri. So while they're facing this kind of soft lane Twitch Lulu early on, they could get Nautilus combo into Taliyah. Whether it's jungle or whether it's mid, you can gank bottom. And if Taliyah has a setup CC, you're gonna die.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot right there. Good luck getting a flash out when you're stunned the entire time. Final ban's coming through relatively soon. Yone out the table, Swain gone. So the Fiora angle is open. For now, Golden Guardians likely to blind pick. I guess the question is, right, does Cloud9 value giving Licorice no chance at counter pick, or do they value leaving Taliyah as a flex? Which lane do they value more? Do they value Jensen getting a mid laner he wants, or do they value a counter matchup he wants? Sadly, Neela not available. She'll be available in 2 weeks. Did play last night, fun champion. Cool champ overall. Jarvan. Looks like it will, well, we'll see. We'll wait till he locks it in, but yeah.
So Jarvan's actually getting buffs on the next patch as well. And so far, it's just been like River playing it. The, you know, really, really enthusiastic Jarvan players.
Yeah.
In the end, they don't lock it in. Probably wait a patch, then you can lock that in. The Gore Drinker build specifically is getting buffed because attack damage ratio on Q is going to get buffed. And Blaber will be playing that Xin Zhao instead. Equally a very aggressive early jungler. As long as you don't use your E on Poppy, you should be good. And you can definitely win the duels. Just don't use your charge when the W is available.
Licorice's most played champion this split has been Sejuani to be game number 4 with double his Gnar pick rate of 2. And it's going to be locked in. So though Fiora was open, Sejuani it is for me. It's all about Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. This is just all about Twitch. This is all about Stixxay carry. Everybody is set up or peel for Stixxay. Golden Guardian's gonna live or die by the veteran.
I think it's definitely a Singed angle, you know. His keystones got nerfed really heavily. Kayle comes through actually on the Cloud9 side. Now, Sejuani has a pretty solid early lane, should have some level of control, and they could maybe set up a dive with Poppy to kill this Kayle before level 6, but you will keep scaling and be gigantic later on.
Yeah, this is also such a Fudge ego. He's like, great, Licorice isn't going to be able to do anything to me. I see a tank in the top lane. I see a Poppy. I don't care. Now, they can definitely dive him early on. The Freljordian combo has so much CC, especially with a Poppy. Even with a Kayle ultimate, they would be able to pull that off if you can build up the wave and go for it. So it's going to be up to Cloud9, up to Blaber to make sure that Golden Guardians don't get that early dive off. And if they don't get the early dive off, then so much extra safety later on with that Kayle. Let the Kayle scale. I think actually the most important wave to watch is going to be the mid lane wave. With Taliyah versus Lissandra, anybody who gets any sort of jungle pressure gank to help push out the wave instantly gets to control the map. If you don't have vision on both sides of the map here for the roams from either of these champions, it is really going to spill over quick. So if either of these junglers can actually make early ganks towards mid, then mid gets to go down towards bottom, make sure they can try and counter this Golden Guardian's Twitch. If you can kill it early, deny it CS, stop him from farming, then they won't have much damage.
So I want to talk about the early game here because we heard from Aframu yesterday, and if you watch Golden Guardian's game, you'll see it as well. He said Pridestalker is very much a, charitably, he's a full clear kind of player. What he meant is this guy just farms his camps 24/7 and has kind of low gank pressure. He actually has the lowest kill participation on his team. It's really hard jungler for it to have that low KP. Pridestalker is a very full clear focused player as a play style. Poppy is not that kind of champion. So I want to see what he gets done pre-6 because there should be some lanes with pressure here. I don't want to see him do anything other than just like kill 6 camps, including Krugs.
Yeah, everybody has said that about Pridestalker. Santorin also, so everybody knows and plays around it. And Pridestalker, kind of a selfish jungler, as they say.
Stealth ends up pretty soon. Will they find a good angle? There we go. One auto, one a Berserker. Huge. Massive. They fight for the wave right now. CoreJJ is going Spell Thief, so he thinks he can actually fight a little bit in this lane. Actually willing to walk up right now and say, you can anchor me. That's fine. I think we win this fight. Yeah. But they get some decent damage out there, and Olleh's like, it's fine. I'll regen back up, eat a potion. Of course, they get lane control for sure out of that one, as Berserker now has to play off the wave.
Now, we do have junglers starting on opposite sides of the map, and just because you don't see it often doesn't mean you can't do it. It is kind of a faux pas for junglers to do blue side level 3 clear and then go bottom because you will sacrifice your top side quadrant then, thinking that your opponent jungler on seeing you go for bottom would immediately go counter jungle you. But especially if the enemy team is all about Twitch, you can kind of make some sacrifices and go do that play and then take out of their red quadrant jungle as well.
I will say, though, I think Blaber chose really early to not make that play. If he did either Wolves Blue Gromp or Blue Wolves Gromp down, that could have been a path he could have chosen.
It's actually really easy to draw Wolves down to here, and it is less than a second difference in travel time for moving from that camp to go for the level 3 gank if you want to go do it.
All right.
So just doing Wolves thirds doesn't preclude you.
Fair enough then.
Draggable camp.
Then at the end of the camp, he still decided, nah, we're not doing that one, so off he goes, and he is on his top side as he goes for camp number 5. Can choose to save Krugs for the end. Licorice, roughly out of mana, eats biscuits for a bit more, but Fudge, I mean, in a pretty good fight, Ignite is a kill! Wait! Fudge! He has Ignite! Press tab, you idiot!
Whoa, getting aggressive here. I'm gonna have to...
This is the man who said, I'm gonna shit on Gamsu, and this man has a half-decent Fiora, and he can't press tab and see Ignite? I'm not having it.
For the record, Fudge, I tried to muzzle him. I can't control this man. We've got a gank on bottom.
Oh, baby, Pridestalker is in for a tackle, and looking for a bit more good cleanse of Berserker. Zven will get back to safety as well. Oh, that was fun. All right, we got Pridestalker ganking pre-6.
I actually love the willingness of these poppies to just go for these flash plays where you're liberally using it, knowing you have Hex Flash to make repeat plays coming up. And Pridestalker, heard you talking.
Yeah.
Now I'm not a full clear. I will skip my Krugs to go for the gank first, and then finish the full gank.
He skipped one camp, but he got the gank, and he got like 3 summoners out of it.
All right, so here's our look again. And Fudge, like you're saying, running down the Sejuani, it's also very common for Sejuanis to take Ignite. So he thinks that after the W is already used, after the Q is already used, there's no more surprise damage. But surprise, Ignite.
Fudge uses the world-famous level 3 Kayle power spike, and is like, what? I didn't win?
Are you actually surprised, though, hearing the audio that we just had from him? No, the amount of ego coming off this guy on display.
Yeah.
I am here for it. That I actually want that ego in the LCS.
Oh, same.
I'm glad that we have that type of play and this is the 3-person dive we were talking about in Champ Select.
Yeah.
Fudge is actually now so screwed.
No XP.
2 minion waves dying outside of experience range, and he can't do anything about it. They're calling jungle mid right now. You see the mini-map moving up here, but the damage was done. So much denied. 2-level difference now as he gets to pick up the scraps.
Yeah, level 6. And now, yeah, the wave, I don't think it'll collect. Fudge wants to kill this wave as fast as possible. He doesn't want this wave to collect in front of his tower if he can help it. Because it'll start slow pushing, and it actually will still. So this is going to stack up. So they're going to focus fire better, and it's on his side, so he gets better reinforcements. This is a slow push going towards Licorice's turret, and Fudge isn't actually rushing to crash it. So it's going to stack up again and again and again in front of Licorice's turret. Licorice won't drop pretty much any farm as he walks back. And Fudge doesn't have the wave clear to like try to auto-attack it down to get it there any sooner. So Licorice gets his recall off. The best feeling in the world as a top laner is I killed a plate, I got to recall and walk back. Because you just get to buy like entire creative boots and you're like, oh, this lane's gonna feel amazing.
I've got a question for you as far as the curses go. But we had a long period where Licorice had never beaten Cloud9 after leaving the team. It was broken. Did that start a new curse where Licorice is always going to beat Cloud9? Is there going to be a reverse streak there where Cloud9 are just trying to beat Licorice from now on?
Oh my gosh. Oh, he's got no way out, right? He's got a flash, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, the ulti was timed though. That was beautiful. You gotta be kidding. Ignite's gonna be enough. It is. And for the second time in a row, Fudge burns to the ground.
So, about that Fiora being the only angle for Licorice to take. Oh, I love it when the pre-match trash talk hits, baby. Whether it hits either way, success or right back in your face, it's always hilarious.
Kobe, got some fan fiction cooked in my brain right now. 2023, Cloud9 wins Worlds, and G2's like, we need a way around this. In comes Licorice, NA import into the LEC so they can get revenge. You know, that's going to be their way back in 2024.
I always love when I get insights into Phreak brain.
Yeah, that's where it went.
That's a good one. I'll definitely be there for that. I'll be front and center for that matchup. That'll be a banger.
And he's going in again, by the way. You are level 5 Fudge, just as a stun. Licorice, sadly, Ignite and ult are both down, so he cannot finish the kill, but this is rough for the top lane. This is a really nice gank.
It certainly is. Pridestalker again. So multiple players talking about how he's full clear only, doesn't affect lanes, and yet he flashes on bottom early. This is a Hex flash, the repeat attempt we're talking about. Licorice, beautiful angle there. This is not a Fiora angle. This is a prediction Sejuani angle. Right there. Is able to get it on him.
That's a Ray, I will have you know.
Vector.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, looking pretty good still. Yeah, Fudge does have 6 though. Now he's ranged. But of course, Licorice going within range with GW.
Congrats, you're level 6. You are more than a melee minion.
You've graduated to caster minion.
Nice.
Good luck and leveling your cannon.
All right. Well, anyways, back in on the game. It's a fun story top lane, especially because pertinent trash talk. But the swap from bottom lane should mean 5 members dominate here for Cloud9. Golden Guardians are actually fighting it though. They're calling Twitch up now.
A flash.
Kayle's not there.
Oh, they might have enough anyway. Blaber into the air. Blaber never able to flash. And Blaber goes into the dirt. And he's going to just run away as Zven flashes the wall. Golden Guardians outnumbering still. Smite is up for Pridestalker in a second. And it should be a formality in this one. Here comes the first engage. Grounded. Zven can try to get out. Great ulti to save the teammates. Dove in for a bit more. Fudge is low. Fudge will die as Stixxay free fires the back line. Flashes in for Berserker. Contaminate's going to find a double kill. On towards Jensen now. Does have flash. Will burn it. Still stunned though. Is it going to be enough though? Be careful. Blaber revive. They get the double stun. Beautiful by Jensen. And he's still going to land the anchor. Zven lands it. AblazeOlive has no mana. That's going to be a death sentence. Olleh tries to run. He's got Whimsy. Just going to be able to get out. Is it going to be enough? Yes, he is. Dives in for more. Jensen's still in range, though. He'll trade his life. A stopwatch. Oh, he's at 1 hit. The clone was nearly enough, but no, they're going to live. Cloud9 get a bunch of kills.
And there will be blood. Are you not entertained? 10 kills before 10 minutes in this match. Phreak, I wanted to start talking about the Rift Herald and the numbers here way early on because Fudge was not really a champion since he's gotten behind so heavily. And even though Cloud9 brought up 5 members to the Rift Herald, the Kayle was only like 0.5 of a champion and was at the wave. So Golden Guardians do such a good job recognizing this and forcing, even though Twitch is coming up from bottom lane, as we can see in the replay here, yeah, Stixxay has to go this whole way, but because Fudge is up here with the minions at his tower, it's effectively neutralized there for Golden Guardians. They get a 4-on-4, and it's a combo of Pridestalker, Licorice stunning up Blaber to get this easy early kill. So you stop here and you pause it, Phreak. Great job for Golden Guardians.
Take Herald.
Then you have Stixxay coming in to flank in the back. Pridestalker goes for the engage, but they forget about the Kayle ult into the shove here from Jensen. Cloud9 get their first kill. Once Stixxay gets its flank, though, the chase down is beautiful for Golden Guardians. Already, Blaber, so early in the game, level 6. The revive timers are so short, he actually gets back to the fight. On live, they do indeed get that Rift Herald, and they make the swap here. Twitch will be able to get this turret gold by himself. Honestly, I would have actually even saved that Rift Herald and used it mid instead, because they could easily finish this one up by hand. Yeah. Stixxay is the only champion around that turret when the turret plates drop, so it is only one champion worth of durability stacking up on those. They easily could have killed it and denied more to the Kayle.
Timing.
Plus gotten turret plates off mid lane with that Rift Herald. So I think that's actually a little bit less of an optimization there for Golden Guardians. Could have been squeezed out a little bit more. Regardless, Licorice on the bottom side chases Cloud9 away from their bottom turret plate money.
Yeah, I think there is a real judgment call as well of, is there consideration of leave the turret plate or leave the turret up on purpose and just chain zone someone from that tower? Like, Fudge is such a weak point. He's not allowed to play around a tier 1 turret, and you're like, no, you earn 0 gold until, you know, we decide to break this freeze on you. It makes it a really low tempo gameplay, and you're just like waiting to like, well, then when are we doing anything? But an argument to be made there, I think. Regardless, they do knock the turret down. It's going to give Fudge time to farm on the top side, so we keep track of this one. He's coming in right now. Golden Guardians go bot lane, they grab a Drake, and the CS difference in top lane is 30. Level lead in top lane is 1. Yeah. If this closes rapidly before Golden Guardians have another win condition, they've given Fudge way back into the game.
Yeah, they're letting him grow up from 0.5 of a champion very, very slowly here, and Licorice is able to teleport him back in time to get the entire wave. So it did give them the dragon. I do think, yeah, the value of denying Kayle and really stunting the growth of that Kayle is super high for Golden Guardians this time around, especially because Cloud9 already had the first dragon, so your dragon stacking is not going to result in a super early dragon soul. But we shall see if that becomes the case. Everything we put in Champ Select was all on Stixxay's shoulders, and because he had that delayed flank all the way up, he got 2 kills, got an early Blade of the Ruin King. This was one of the items we were talking about yesterday, being such a nice spike for so many champions, Twitch also being one of them. In addition to Yone, you can have those surprise ambushes with this champion. And since they're set up on every other member of the team, again, everybody in this game will be trying to track the Twitch.
It's going to be important. So I want to kind of continue this discussion on top lane a little bit, because I think it's interesting. We're in a bit of a lull state anyway, which is I want to see what these top laners, and actually Stixxay as well, do with the choice they made. Because, okay, turret fell down. Licorice should do more than just wave clear back, because then you're just letting Fudge get back into the game. But also, Stixxay was given 700 gold. And so what does he do with the 700 gold? Because that was part of the payoff, was you got a really rich Twitch. So right now, fight for the top side. Licorice, maybe unperturbed, has grasp up, can fight with Blaber a little bit there, finds a slow. We'll have a stun pretty soon. Kayle is going to be in for a little bit more, though, as well. This could be a lot of danger. Does not have a flash, and Licorice may just die. No, he's got reinforced in time. And now we're going to find a stun, a knock-up, a whole bunch of damage. Fudge will have to ulti soon, you got to believe. As the rest of the team comes around as well, finds a stun, finds the ulti as well. And now in the front line, they go again towards Blaber. Pretty tanky. Going to buy some time there. Fudge still ready to hit, but AblazeOlive gets the shutdown. Just on the side, but can't get into his target. Shield comes in again. Oh, he gets on a Poppy, and Licorice will fall as well. Now a 2 for 2 so far. From a deficit, not bad for Cloud9.
Yeah, Jensen coming in here. This Taliyah really collecting extra money. Gets the double kill. See if that's going to be the difference. The Lissandra was already done for him, so able to take down the tank, able to tank down the front line there. Lot of value killing Poppy and Sejuani. Plus then, gets to shove out the mid lane, gets the recall here. We'll see if Cloud9, if this is going to be enough to get them back on track. Again, this is how it all started out. It's Cloud9 versus Licorice game, Phreak. Yeah. He waits, he stacks up his regular stun. He's going to pop his ultimate stun here as well. And then that W barely missed. I really thought that was going to hit. A long time ago, they nerfed the width of the W for Xin Zhao. That was the nerf right there. Resulted in him not getting hit. Blaber with the Xin ult and the Kayle ult, both allowing him to delay the death. Re-engage there onto the wall, though. They eventually get him down, and it's all about the mini-map there. Once Zven comes up to provide the protection for Jensen, he picks up those 2 kills, forces Olleh to flash, and it's both mid laners getting doubles.
Blaber's back here again.
So they really hate Licorice.
I mean, he's the only one who's really far enough up to be really gankable, but honestly, yeah, not even go for the play right now. He's still trying to find his way in, a little bit of poke damage. CS lead on top has grown to 50, so they have kept Fudge from getting too much farm. Level difference is actually 2, so this has grown up there.
I also do like Golden Guardians focusing on trying to get as much room to play with as possible. If they can focus down the rest of mid turret here, that would be huge. The Twitch opening up and getting these ambushes, and even just the threat of Twitch ambushing every time he recalls, you know, whenever he's in Fog of War, does a lot for this team. AblazeOlive looking for the angle.
We're gonna find the damage onto Zven. He's not very tanky. Yes, self-ult comes in, but a time bot, and here comes the dive in for Poppy yet again. Zven should drop, and Twitch is attacking. Just the one so far. Licorice jumps over the wall, doesn't find an engage that he likes. Had ulti, decides not to go for Blaber.
And you just push it ahead. Again, you have to stay up tempo if you're Golden Guardians. The Kayle is farming up on the top side, so exactly what we wanted, Phreak. Take down the mid turret, get more room for this Twitch to ambush people with. They focus here, 5 members. Dragon coming in 25 seconds as well, so they re-engage.
This goes a bit wide, and maybe try to predict a Jensen flash or something. Maybe the re-dive would only be a route, but yeah, it's like this is 5v3. Like, this is just a fight you can take, but Biggsy does not land.
Yeah, that is a big whiff. Unless you have somebody else forcing them to go for the flash, I think hold it a little bit there. You don't have to immediately cast. And Golden Guardians, again, showing their priority. Hey, let's get Rift Herald number 2 instead of Dragon because we value pushing these turrets down so much to get our Lissandra Twitch picks.
Oh, there's in for the double root. Zven should be dying. Contaminate gets the kill. Nicely done. Only 234. A death streak for Zven. Makes him worth less gold than usual. Now, they got a bit of a race going on because guess what? Smite is only 900. He's trying to burn it down. They'll get the Drake, but will they lose too many people? As Jensen's around, but Licorice is here. They get the jungler. Berserker on his way out. Nice Q over the wall. They get a bit more CC, and a kill comes across 11-6. Now, Dragon Sagging not going to happen, but they're going to cut the wave, and now Jensen knows his days are numbered. Here we go. Time to pull the aggro. They're going to force the TP out of a belief. Kayle is going to be enough. Olleh's got to be careful and gets shut down. An overdive. Golden Guardians toss away some gold.
All right, that was for sure lack of coordination on Golden Guardians. Breakdown in the comms there. Licorice backs out once Jensen is able to fire off, but Olleh keeps going. Now Stixxay alone in mid.
Flash the wall. He's going to be safe now. I think maybe just stealth's going to be enough. Honestly, level 10 Kayle wouldn't have killed him. So I think a little bit too afraid. He saw a top laner, it's like, you're bigger than him. You actually win the 1v1 straight up. So burns the flash, though. Probably not needed. Nice try by Zven, though. I like the hook into the mini wave. Like, that was a really cool combo. Either way, Stixxay is alive, and 2 turrets will kill. So bot lane was a bit of an int, let's be clear. But 2 solo turrets for Twitch is a ton of money. He's got 2 items.
Yeah, it's exactly what we wanted, Phreak. Those Twitch ambushes, finding the Lissandra or anybody on the team somewhere, ganking for any of these setup lanes, able to cash in. This is a huge power spike with Kraken on top of the Blade of the Ruin King, and having gotten down the mid tower in the play, all that's left is the remnants of bottom tower. They've got so much room to play with. Sweep through, clear out the enemy vision, make the map dark for Cloud9, and Stixxay will just continue to threaten everybody. As soon as you go out, every time you're farming minions, you're thinking, where is he? When are they going to pop out? Is Lissandra coming over the wall? Are they going to set up on me? And that forces you to also give up your jungle resources.
For sure. 6,000 gold lead, down a Drake. Golden Guardians in the lead. For the record, 4-6. Obviously, they are a very much middle of the pack, maybe bottom half team. Yeah. I think their overall map vision as a team, like their ability to play around objectives and like make macro calls is, I think, much better than the record indicates. They are really willing to cross map. All the turret funnel going to the AD carry has been really good.
Too early.
Yeah. Blaber unstoppable. They could even blast planet him in, right?
Dude,
like there are a lot of tools there.
There was every tool there. That was just too early, Phreak.
This is why they're 4-6 despite good macro play, right? These are the things they get wrong, which is why they have a losing record. But a lot of the choices they've made, Stixxay has been a part of, I think, literally every single tower kill this game. Maybe he lost out on bottom outer and that was it, but he has been donated so much turret gold. He's gigantic. 9,000 gold. He's up 2K on his opposing AD carry.
Yeah, and again, this just the coaching as well there, where they don't care about giving up dragons to Cloud9 after getting at least a single one themselves, because they're not scared about the soul. Cloud9, I mean, you can see good toggle from observers. The night is indeed dark and full of terrors here for Cloud9. Baron is going down. They know it, but they can't get in.
One. Oh, it's not 5 seconds. But it's going to be theirs. Like, there's really no way Cloud9 can play for it. There it goes. Yeah, 2-item Twitch. Plenty of good damage. Lulu gives attack speed. Ruin King, Kraken Slayer. Baron well set up. They already own top side, right? They already got top tier 2, mid tier 2. The wards are already down. The solos who have escapes are, okay, we'll just puppy guard everything. We're going to make sure nothing comes through. And there's no way you just keep running through your fog like that with all that CC. So really nicely done. Golden Guardians again, another very, very good macro play. And this one feels so much in hand that yes, they've given away Drakes, but who cares at this point? You're up 7K at 20 minutes.
Exactly. And since your AD carry is Twitch, you can actually, even though the rest of your team is very short range, just go siege up on bottom lane. And once you get to the inhibitor turret, you pop the Twitch ultimate, forces all of Cloud9 back. Cloud9 cannot do anything during Twitch ultimate. So you can either get kills during that window or actually kill the inhibitor turret, break their defenses, and there's nothing they can do about it. Like, you can't stop this Golden Guardian snowball with the tools that Cloud9 have. All you can do for Cloud9 is hope for a miraculous defense, hope for a mistake from Golden Guardians to give you that opening. Right now, they've got Kayle split pushing, so they have to be very, very safe. While Kayle is trying to get an objective bounty here for Fudge, for the rest of Cloud9, they have to be safe. They have to give up priority.
Oh, really nice one out of Jensen. Good damage dealt. Plays off on half HP right now. They're going to dive in. Has to force self ulti. Zven goes a bit too far. The anchor came through, but already ult had landed, so the wall betrays him. Turret goes down for a bounty. Fudge still split pushing. Best he can do. There's no way he's a real champion yet, so he's playing for gold.
That's so huge. They get objective bounty, and Zven doesn't die for stepping outside the base gates. This is one of the best defenses, I think, that Cloud9 could have hoped for. Stixxay ult is down. They got the Lissandra ult as well. They got their objective bounty without any huge casualties. When you're that far behind for Cloud9, you count that as a win.
Oh, but they're going to find a bit of a knockback there on a Blaber. Ult is going to pop, but will it be enough, though? Polymorph, reinforcements have arrived, and here comes the double TP. No ult going to be here. Is it going to be good enough? Evic's one, and that could be a good team fight, but already health bars are low. AblazeOlive forced out Licorice. But HP now as well. Blaber dives in for another one, but a shield gets him back to safety. No deaths yet. Jensen walks in. There's a big wall. And now they're going to shoot him up against it now. Stixxay going to burn a stopwatch. Doesn't want to get shoved around. Is it going to be enough, though? Jumps back in. They shut down the Twitch. And Pridestalker is next. Cloud9 2 for 0 and a Drake ready to claim.
Yeah, and objective bounties. Phreak, they're going to get 2 objective bounties here if they can take the mid turret. Okay, just go for Dragon. Don't get too greedy right now. Cloud9 aren't done with Licorice yet. Fudge has been scaling. He's trying to catch up on this Kayle. They let him into the side lane. He's only 20 CS down now, and this is 3 dragons, another objective bounty. Cloud9 trying to climb back up the ranks. Still a 4K gold lead for Golden Guardians, but they're giving Cloud9 the opportunity.
Just can't quite find those stuns, so Blaber, I mean, he wouldn't have been able to ult. He would have been probably chain CC'd, but it's a couple in a row that Pridestalker's not quite found the stun on.
The biggest thing to me, too, in this fight, Phreak, they choose this fight without Twitch ult, without Lissandra ult, without Sejuani ult. That is all of their team fight, basically. Again, without the range of the Twitch ult, I think that's the biggest part of this team, and Cloud9 then can go for the engage. They've got Kayle ultimate, so Jensen can jump right into the fray. Blaber goes into charge, and they finish it off with Fudge auto attack. More money. The shutdown actually going into the hands of the Kayle is so big. Everybody always sweating about the scaling of Kayle, no matter how hard you keep down the Kayle early on.
Yep.
We'll see if the range difference, though, during the ultimate from Stixxay is enough to still get them the victories on these sieges. They never, even with Baron, finished up their siege on this secondary tower.
Yeah, Red Bull Baron power play, negative 1,500 from what I remember seeing. So it was 3,000 gold earned back, and now we get the next little tech right here. Big damage to the front line, burns a stopwatch, but is there a team fight to be had? Twitch ult is available, but Poppy may be gone. Turret shot kills her. They're going to find the next one here as well. No team fight to be had. Golden Guardians holding the cooldowns. Stixxay is going to pop the ulti now. Is it enough damage? Flashes away from Zven. He's going to go for everything. Only gets a single one, though. The damage still not quite there.
Okay, Kayle trying to farm up at the inhibitor turret as well. What an ult from Jensen. This Taliyah, game-saving so far from Cloud9. Everybody's had eyes on Jensen, looking for him to step up as an individual for Cloud9. In this game, when they really need him to do it, he is getting it. Pridestalker actually does go for the Hex Flash there, and the ultimate from Jensen bumps him the rest of the way. He's like, great, you're inside with our turret. It's a huge, huge, huge opportunity for Cloud9. Getting the front line so deep under the turret allows free damage for C9. Berserker gets to go off. They chase down the kill. Both frontline members dying. And then Stixxay using the ultimate here and the flash does get the kill on Zven. But as you said, Phreak, that is flash from the crux of this entire team, the Twitch. And they only get one kill on a support. Still,
this way, yeah.
3K gold lead.
Chance at Fudge. Flash already burned. This has got to happen. Yes, he can ult, but you've got to have the CC. Berserker's in the way, though, so he buys enough time. 2 crucial cooldowns are gone. Licorice burns his own ulti, but it's a shorter cooldown on the champion, so we'll be back first. Baron up in 30 seconds. Kayle ulti will not be up for it.
All right. Jensen does have his Taliyah ultimate as well. His flash, his cleanse are available. He has been the big difference maker for Cloud9 in their comeback efforts. Golden Guardians kind of reeling after their giant lead has shrunk a little bit here. Couple of mistakes, couple of opportunities. They gotta clean it up. Baron arriving very quickly here. And they do have the vision advantage currently. So Cloud9, it's all about safe vision checking. They've got one Scryer's orb here from Berserker ready to use. One super safe way to check that Baron.
And now, you can see the top lane. Still only 1 level difference. And Fudge is 5 CS off. He's getting closer to 16. Scryer's Bloom Pop. Licorice, Olleh gonna hold the front line for now. Not gonna land on his Zven. And Pridestalker says, all right, you know what? We're done here. Taliyah wall comes down. Retreat was gonna be tough. They left the Baron reset. A flash engage. They found AblazeOlive. He's gonna get locked in as a self-ulti. Do they have the time to get in there? Kayle ult is down. He can root, he can zone. They're gonna give him up. AblazeOlive gets caught in the wrong spot.
Zven is a magician, Phreak. That was crazy. That hook actually right over the walls. Ben, insane engage there with the Nautilus. They caught sight of AblazeOlive. They pick him off. Cloud9 making the comeback real.
You're gonna find that stun.
has ult.
Cleanses. Olleh walks up. Got pretty low health on the Blaber here. It's all about the AD carry. It's all about Stixxay. He has not opened up yet, and Cloud9 know this. Here's the first dive. Ulti comes across on the 4 as much as he can. Zven finds the hook. Lulu can't save him. And they're not gonna find a single kill as Cloud9 chase for more. Licorice stays alive, but they gotta have enough help at this point that Stixxay was unable to find it. He burned his flash for the previous one. It's still down. Zven makes the CC play, and with no Twitch, there's no team fight. Cloud9 claim the Baron. Cloud9 retake the gold lead.
You nailed it, Phreak. You nailed it. You took the words right out of my mouth. The flash to kill the support in the bottom lane, and Zven gets his revenge. Look at this freaking hook, though. Holy moly. Watch this sucker. They've got the ward on him, and that hits? You kidding me?
Hit the side of his model, and then it snaps up the visual.
I've just had so many interactions with Nautilus hooks. Anyways, back to live here.
Twitch
Cloud9, the Dragon Soul Smite.
Yep. Nope, not gonna have it happen. So there we go. House of the Dragon Soul claimed right now for Cloud9. Golden Guardians chose to play for Golden Gun the whole time. I think the play could have worked. Cloud9, dutifully stacked their Drakes, and they got enough comeback fights where they're like, all right, now we get Soul, and Cloud9 are now comfortably in the lead. Fudge level 15. Fudge actually now up in farm. A bunch of bounties available because of all the kills they've gotten in a row. And C9 looking poised to take this one after all.
What a game, Phreak. All right, so many towers for them to take. This is going to be a big Baron power play. There are so many outer towers. Look at that mountain. That is actually the Freljord collapsing.
Oh, no.
They're melting. All the glaciers are gone. No more hope for Sejuani or Lissandra. Baroned up Cloud9, coming to finish them.
Oh, nice try there. Not going to catch Licorice just yet. AblazeOlive fixed an engagement. No way you take that one. So still falls down to who's got the carry. Level 16 is in for Fudge. I think he's almost at 3 items. And that is, I think you're just kind of done at that point. You're happy. Yeah. Void is in. So 3-item Fudge, stopwatch, rank 3 ulti. You have scaled, my friend.
Success.
Yep.
Success. They made it. The feared level 16 Kayle. All these outer turrets getting picked up. over a 4,000 gold Baron power play for Cloud9.
And now, just to find out what you want to do.
And this
4,000.
man right here at Phreak.
Yep.
That man right there.
Yeah,
he bridged the gap for Cloud9.
Yeah, he built walls, he built bridges, and now he's going to destroy 4 Golden Guardians. 5-0-9. I mean, really, really incredible play out of Jensen. Just did so much work in this one to lift how poorly everything else was going in this game. Licorice not going to be found out. Yeah, pretty good damage out of Blaber. Wall comes down, separates them. They're going to try to find their way back in. A nice knockback means they should go for this team fight. And there's AblazeOlive building a lot of space. Twitch is free-firing. Stixxay still staying alive. But Berserker is the one to find the first kill. Jumps over. Kayle ulti, and he's going to do it all. Absolutely beautiful. The man dives in, knows he's got the teamwork, and a 4-0 team fight. Cloud9 show what you're supposed to do with a gold lead, and it's get kills and not die for it. Turret's gonna fall onto the base. They go. This may end the game itself.
Cloud9 weather the storm, Phreak. Golden Guardians good early game, but they fail the snowball. C9 coming to deliver Licorice another L.
Improving to 6-5. Turns out the curse does not exist. Licorice gets his one single W against Cloud9 in his career. He may have won his lane. He will not win the game. Cloud9 improved to 6-5.
That is a lesson in strong mental. That is a lesson in not tilting there for Cloud9. For Fudge specifically. Early ego costing them, but in the end, Jensen's got your back.
Yeah.
Jensen's Taliyah, huge stuff for him. Cleaning up this game, getting them to the end game.
I am requesting retweets on Cloud9 League of Legends Twitter. Thank you, Jensen. I would like thank you, Jensen, to be on my timeline because that man did a lot of heavy lifting in this game. He won them the team fight around First Herald. He won them basically every team fight in this game, allowed the rest of Cloud9 to catch back up. Some heroics in the end were pretty great. I love the Berserker dive again with Kayle ult on. Offensive Kayle ults are always the best Kayle ults. That feels pretty good. But, I mean, the entire mid game was carried by Taliyah.
Yeah. Jensen, they all had different hand motions this time around. Remember, yesterday they were all pointing. They had varied ones. Jensen went with the thumbs up, so I'm going Jensen. Who are you going to
I don't know what this is. I just kind of stopped midway between poses.
That's a dummy.
I'm a dummy. This is me right here.
Cloud9 2-0 weekend, Phreak.
Yeah, thank you. Have you heard of this new thing called dabbing, Kobe?
Honestly,
all the kids are doing it.
This one definitely a lesson in resilience here from Cloud9. When you pick Kayle, you're expecting a certain level of hurdle to get over in the early game.
Yeah.
But that one was them taking a nosedive under the first hurdle, and then they had to they had to pick Fudge up, give him some band-aids.
Yeah.
Everything's fine,
Yeah.
and they were able to save it.
Got some orange slices that worked out in the end. Now, Kobe, I am getting word that it's time to talk about tickets for LCS Finals weekend in Chicago. Yes, indeed. Join us in the United Center for the LCS Finals weekend. Please. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. You can check out tickets. They are available now. Check out the LCS Twitter channel. That's the one. Yes, indeed. Make sure to check that one out. Heading to the Windy City in just a little bit to crown the next LCS champion. Head there. Grab your tickets. So in 2022, 10th to 11th. Probably see EG there. Maybe we'll see Cloud9 there. If they're keeping...
I see Bwipo right now.
I see Bwipo as well. What's up, Bwipo? Hi, Fudge. Yeah, all right. Anyway, well, while you check out Twitter and check out the tickets link, we're going to be